Hello, I'm Funto.
I'm Shamia.
I'm Emma.
And we'll be presenting to you today our Maker Movement Manifesto. And I'll be talking to you about the background. So, anybody can be a maker. No matter what your age, the Maker Movement allows you to express your creativity to its fullest. In Anderson's book, The Makers, The New Industrial Revolution, he says everybody is born a maker. Well, most of the time, people think of makers as people who create cool projects like the Swiss Army knife or something as a speed jet glider. Makers are not only that. Makers are people who create things for others to see. In the book, Anderson uses the example of a chef. A chef is a maker in the sense of the kitchen, and the stove is the workbench. Now, the maker movement is important to be added into the classroom because it allows for students to express their creativity to its fullest and provides with them a safe environment to fail and explore their depths.
One of the most important values of the maker culture, not only in the movement, but within the classroom, is individuality. With individuality, it pretty much gives each and every person the ability to use freedom of expression. With freedom of expression comes so many other things. Another sub-value of individualism is hard work. As a maker, you have the responsibility to do and plan out your schedule however you choose, or to choose any project that you would like to do. And another important value of the maker movement is creativity. With creativity, you can use your imagination to invent or innovate anything that you choose. Another sub-value of individualism is responsibility. It is up to you as a maker or a student in the classroom to do and discipline yourself to complete the project, which also ties into hard work. And lastly, one of the most important ideals of the entire movement is DIY, the ability to do it yourself.
Along with DIY is DIWO, that is, do it with others. When you're working on a project with other people, it's very important that you work together and cooperate in order to make your project better. You can do this by having a network of support, especially in a classroom where you have your entire classroom of peers and they're all your age and they can all help you with your projects. Support is important for cooperation in order to work well with others and know how to get along with each other. Another aspect of cooperation is responsibility. You need to be responsible for yourself when you're in a group so that others feel like they can be responsible of their own parts without worrying about you. That being said, when somebody else has a problem, it's important for you to take responsibility of that and try and help them through it using the support that you've grown with your people. That way, if you're having a problem, other people feel like they can help you in that same scenario. The last aspect of cooperation is open-mindedness. This is extremely important when you're working with others because there's so many different ideas and so many different ways to do something, and none of them are wrong. Especially in a classroom sense where you may have 25 kids around you with 25 different ideas and 25 different ways of doing something, and they all can help you make your project better and help you with what you're doing. Cooperation is all about adapting with each other.
To adapt to others, you have to have two main things, and that would be respect and communication. When the principle of adaptation is to be able to be flexible with your ideas and with your works. And to do that, you have to be respectful of other people's ideas. When working in a classroom setting, you'll be, like Emma said earlier, you'll be working with many other people, so you have to respect their intellectual property as well as your own. Just because somebody has a different writing style than yours doesn't mean that you can completely dismiss it. You have to be able to communicate with them properly say what you should be doing in a group project and how it should be done. Another thing about this is communication. You have to be able to speak clearly with others, because in the maker movement, you are not only you're not only explaining what your project is to other people, you could also be working in a group project such as this one, and being able to communicate properly with your fellow workers is very imperative.
With the maker movement becoming such an important aspect in pop culture, but as in the classroom as well, the maker movement is a term that has just been started, but the idea to be able to do something by yourself or collaborate with others has been around for centuries. It is important to join the maker movement now, as well as in the classroom, because it is voluntary. It also gives you the option that you can try and fail with no judgment. And that is one of the most important reasons why the maker movement is gaining in popularity.
The maker movement is spreading to classrooms and projects all around the world. And with these projects and with this maker movement, there are values that are necessary in order to make this work. These values help you work with one another and with this whole network of makers that are out there. Every day there are people inventing new things or making an old invention better, and these people are the basis of what the maker movement is founded on. This idea of creativity and making things better and increasing our technological growth and our intellectual growth is important for our society. In order to keep that growth at the rate that it is now, we have to use these values in our movement to keep our society growing. Creativity is fundamental to being human, and it is fundamental in the maker movement as well.
All right, and with that all being said, remember that the three important values of the maker movement are individualism, cooperation, and adaptation. With individualism, you have hard work, creativity, responsibility, and the idea that you can do it by yourself. With cooperation, there is also responsibility, support, open-mindedness, and the ability to do it with others. And lastly, with adaptation, you must use respect and communication throughout all of the projects that you do. That is our presentation. Thank you.